How's it going, everyone? Sorry for Mother SpongeBob. Today is November 19th, 2021, and today we're going to focus on the major arts blast that's expected to impact a lot of Northeast for early next week, and we'll also determine the chances you'll see snow in some portions of the Northeast later next week. But before I begin, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather-related content. Make sure to like if you like this video, and make sure to turn on post notifications if you want to see even more weather-related content. So let's begin by taking a look at the GFS model as of right now. And if you've been seeing my previous videos, you know that we've been tracking the potential for a major snowstorm along the Northeast. However, that chance has subsided, as it seems like the most likely scenario is that the low pressure that was expected to bring snow to the Northeast will primarily stay far out to sea, as there won't be enough of a negative tilt to tilt this all the way eastward into the Northeast. So I'd say the chances of snow from this low pressure system are unlikely. Maybe you'll get some snow associated with this cold front moving through in the higher elevations of the Northeast and right around the Great Lakes region. But outside of that, this low pressure system should stay to the east. So most of you guys should avoid the snow, but there's still going to be extremely cold temperatures throughout the Northeast for this week, where we could see temperatures 10 to 20 degrees below average for early next week. You see a big jet stream dip is associated with this cold front moving through, and we have a strong northwesterly flow that will bring the temperatures down from Canada all the way further southward into the Northeast, and the wind chills should be a little bit higher for early next week as a result of these stronger northwesterly winds. So this is definitely something we need to keep in mind. You see that the jet stream dip moves through right around Tuesday, where we begin to see the temperatures much cooler than average, and we will see temperatures rebound, I'd say, later during the week, during the late week, where by Thursday and Friday we should see just enough of a southerly flow to warm up temperatures a little bit, but we could see another smaller jet stream dip by next weekend as well. But the primary focus in this video will be this major jet stream dip where temperatures could be well below average for the early week next week. And you might be wondering how much below average. If we were to take a look at the temperature anomaly, so here's how it looks right now. Of course, we had that small cold front move through, bringing cooler than average temperatures right now for most of the eastern half of the United States, with the cooler than average temperatures more focused in right around the Appalachian Mountain Range or the Ohio River Valley. But for the most part, the eastern half of the United States is cooler than average as a result of this cold front moving through. If we were to continue to move forward, you see the cooler than average temperatures continue into Saturday, where for most of the eastern half of the United States, you should have temperature departures right around below 4 degrees or 6 degrees Celsius below average, which is equivalent to right around, I'd say, 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. So temperatures should be a lot cooler than average for throughout the eastern half of the United States. So I'd make sure to bring those jackets, get your coats ready, because it should be cooler than average for this weekend for a lot of you guys, and it should feel very winter-like, especially during the evening hours, where the temperatures will go below freezing in a lot of areas in the eastern half of the United States. If we were to continue to move forward, we will see temperatures rebound just a little bit right around the Sunday to Monday time frame, because we do have a cold front moving through and a ridge that's located right around the southeast at this time, and that's going to bring a strong southwesterly flow right just ahead of this cold front, right before the strong northwesterly flow comes through behind this cold front. So as a result, we're going to see temperatures rebound just a little bit right around Monday, just before the cold front moves through and the jet stream dip moves through. But we're going to see that quickly change by around early Tuesday, where we should begin to see the cool air rapidly come in. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see very strong winds right behind this cold front, because obviously when there's a stark contrast in temperature like this, that means the air pressure is a lot different. There's such a stark difference in air pressure that all this cooler and more denser air is going to want to is pretty much going to want to filter into the warmer air that's less dense, and as it does so, that creates winds. So we could see strong winds associated with this cold air moving through the northeast, and you see that by Tuesday we should see temperatures well below average for much of the eastern half of the United States, and this should continue where I'd say we could see temperatures right around maybe close to 20 degrees below average for this time of the year. So temperatures should be much cooler than average for early next week, and it should continue, I'd say, until late next week, where I'd say right around Friday we will eventually escape the cold air, but it should last for a lot of the early weeks. So make sure to get those coats ready. In terms of the temperatures, the temperature forecast for lows, you're gonna see that by Monday, the low temperature should be right around 50s, not too cold, but you see that throughout the Midwest where the cold front already moved through, we're seeing temperatures in the teens right around northern Minnesota, and this extends to Wisconsin as well. We're seeing 20-degree temperatures right around the Midwest at this time, and if we were to continue to move forward as this cold front moves further eastward, we're going to begin to see 20-degree temperatures throughout the eastern half of the United States. This includes New England. This extends down to Virginia, North Carolina, and even as far south as Georgia and Alabama, where you could see temperatures below freezing for early next week for as lows. And in terms of high temperatures, a lot of areas could get high temperatures right around the low 40s, right around the New York City metropolitan area, and in the 30s just north of that. So it's going to be a very cold week next week. So make sure to prepare for much cooler than average temperatures. And the European model also agrees with this forecast, where we're seeing a big jet stream dip to bring a lot cooler than average conditions throughout the northeast for early next week. Next, let's take a look at the Arctic oscillation anomaly for over the next week. You're going to see that the temperatures are going to be we're going to enter a negative Arctic oscillation, and that should definitely create more cooler than average conditions for the most part for the next couple of weeks. You see that if we were to take a look, the forecast is that we're going to enter a negative Arctic oscillation, so that should definitely bring the jet stream dips further southward for a lot cooler than average temperatures to occur throughout the East Coast, and that could maybe arise our next snowstorm. That's certainly a possibility, but we just have to wait and see how the forecast turns out over the next couple of weeks. But typically during the negative Arctic oscillation, there's more of a chance we see snowstorms, because not only the temperatures are cool enough to support precipitation to form snow, but it also creates a more unstable environment, because the cold air during a negative Arctic oscillation is more likely to interact with the warmer, less dense, and more moisture-filled air mass that's centered right around southeast. So there is that possibility we could see an enhanced risk of snowstorms during the negative Arctic oscillation. Next, taking a look at what happens during a negative Arctic oscillation. You see the jet stream dip. The jet stream is a lot weaker during a negative Arctic oscillation compared to a positive Arctic oscillation. So we typically see that cool air divert further southward, because the jet stream is so weak that it's less likely to steer the cold air from east to west, and more from a southerly to northerly to southerly direction. So we should expect cooler than average temperatures throughout the East Coast over the next week. Now, in terms of my forecast, when it comes to cold temperatures over next week, you're going to see that temperatures should be 10 to 15 degrees below average throughout the northeast, and this extends further southward into the mid-Atlantic as well, and I'd say it extends even in the southeast as well. So make sure to prepare for cooler than average temperatures throughout the eastern half of the United States for this week. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more weather-related content. Make sure if you like this video, make sure to turn on post notifications if you want to see even more weather-related content, and I hope you guys have a good day.